What's good, my peoples? Last piece back for another video. Pre-lunchtime, man, so I decided to stop. Go ahead and start this early, man. Yeah, yesterday you had some good games, man. Aces do what the Aces do. AJ Wilson, absolute monster. If you want to hear more about this in particular, like as far as the Aces go, like I feel like there's nothing for me to add to the Aces. They're ridiculous. Shout out go to my lady Sess Talk Sports, Quita Love Sports, and also my man. Welcome to HD2 HDI HD2I TV. They give you everything you need for that, and they keep it real, without all the BS. And especially with the two ladies I mentioned, without all the controversy that a guy like me digs into, because, hey, you know, I'm going to be who I am. But at any rate, man, before I get into the meat of this here topic, shout out to Philly's own Jaron Boots Ennis, who went out there, handled his business, did what he had to do, take care of business, unlike Shakur Stevenson, Jersey's own, who just, I don't know. He's too worried about trying to outpoint somebody. Bro, this ain't Taekwondo in the Olympics. When you're trying to get points, you got to dominate, man. You want to go in there against somebody like Tank. Tank needs you to bring some money. He going to have you not even the B side, you're going to be the D side with those types of performances, bro. You got to knock somebody out, man. But Jaron Boots Ennis, that's what he did, went out there. Got a stoppage early. You know what I mean? Over somebody that's not on his level. That makes himself more attractive. Makes people want to come see him. So now he's calling out the big man, Terrence Crawford. Bud, love you, Boots. Philly's own, but I don't think Bud is the right choice right now. I want to see Boots. Not saying he can't hold his own, but what I want to see right now, at this point in his career, I want to see Boots maybe fight a Keith Thurman. Somebody on that level, right? You get past him, a guy that, you know, Terrence never fought. And I think that's the move. You know? You can outclass somebody like Thurman, you be right there. You know, that puts Bud in a situation where we might have to pay more attention. But the reality is, Bud, I think, is thinking about moving on. He's thinking about legacy right now and how much money he can make, and he probably don't see the money with Boots. So, nor does it really do much for his legacy, so he's trying to go after the big man, Canelo. We'll see what happens. Canelo acting like he's not interested, but really he might recognize that he don't need to go in there with somebody that's just as skilled as Crawford. But I ain't going to accuse Canelo of being afraid, you know. At any rate, man, listen. Right now, you got these narratives going around. Not surprised. Because this is the time we're in, and this is what people do. Right now, because the Indiana Fever managed to win that game against the Minnesota Lynx, the narrative now is Caitlin Clark got revenge on Cheryl Reeve, who had supposedly something to do with keeping her off the U.S. Olympic team. And I'm explaining to you why this is a dumb narrative. It's dumb because you're coming from an angle, all of y'all, you're coming from an angle that suggests that Caitlin Clark was snubbed of something. Caitlin Clark was never on the Olympic team. Caitlin Clark is just coming out of college. How was she snubbed for something that she never was a part of? She was a finalist just like many others were. Many others who have better resumes. And Enrique, if you listen to her conversation with Shannon Sharp, she was actually somebody that was snubbed because they're looking for certain types of people that are going to fit into a team. It's just very simple. They don't know if Caitlin fits. Caitlin never played with these women. They don't know what it will look like. And no, they're not doing charity picks. You guys are hilarious with the narratives you come up with for everybody else. But for Caitlin, it's supposed to be deserved. For everybody else, it's just a handout. It's, diversity, inclusion, and all of that. And you don't make sense, but you'll believe anything. You believe anything, man. Ain't no damn revenge because you weren't never on the team. It's just something y'all making up. That's in your minds. There's nothing going on with that. Come on, man. And then secondly, the way she plays, she ain't get revenge on nobody for nothing. I don't care nothing about them damn 10 points in that second half or in that fourth quarter. The whole damn team outplayed the Lynx. It wasn't even fueled by Clark. It was fueled by Boston because it was defense that fueled that. The Minnesota Lynx were playing on the perimeter, shooting too many damn three-pointers, whereas something clicked in the minds of the Fever to take the ball to the rack. Now, I will give Caitlin Clark credit for this. She was trying to be aggressive by getting to the rack. And that led to some bullshit foul calls, but whatever the case, they're going to give her bullshit foul calls. Right? And I'm going to call it like I see it. They were bullshit. But I expect that because it was a nationally televised game on ESPN. One of the biggest sponsors for ESPN is Nike. Nike has $30-some-odd million invested in Caitlin Clark. So, of course, it was going to be bullshit. Of course. They're going to make her look great. Now, the moment clearly was too big for her because she's out there, this three-point specialist, the greatest three-point shooter of all time, clanging her ass off, shot 18% from three. So, it was not a good performance. They were able to get a win because she has great teammates. Great teammates. She has Aliyah Boston, who is the best player on the team by the numbers. By the numbers. And y'all got to stop acting like you don't understand what an advanced stat is. Right? You claim to be so smart, most of you guys, but now you want to act stupid when it comes to the advanced stats. When it comes to Nikola Jokic, everybody gets the advanced stats. But now when the advanced stats don't favor Caitlin Clark, now y'all want to act stupid. By the numbers, Aliyah Boston is the best player on the team. And what makes it even more egregious is that she doesn't have the highest usage rate on the team. You know why? Because those who understand basketball understand the importance of things like interior defense. And now, I will give Fever credit for this. Their defense has improved. I saw it yesterday. It was improved. Caitlin tries. She's put some effort. Though she was helped by a team that is bent on shooting threes. They shoot too many damn threes through those Lynx. That is not the key. Right? They're like the Boston Celtics, Now, it works when you got Nafisa Collier because when the threes ain't dropping, she can do other stuff. And I like the other sister out there who was doing her thing. I think McBride, I think her name is. Yeah, she's nice. When you got them two, that team can do something. But too many of those other players, man, though they're good, they just shoot too many threes. That's a stupid ball. That game came down to fourth quarter execution. It was not just Caitlin Clark doing heroics. She got to the free throw line for the majority of those points. And it was bullshit phantom calls a number of times. But I give her credit for doing it because that's the result of being aggressive, trying to go to the rack. You'll get those calls. So, I'm not hating on that, but it is what it is. Some of the calls I flat out thought were nonsense. But I know where that comes from. I've been watching enough basketball to understand where that comes from. Yeah. So I don't know if that is the Fever's last game before the break or not. I know with Chicago, Scott, they have one more game against the Aces. I guess you could book that as an L. Unless the Aces come out there with their mind on Paris, which is possible. Aces have lost to teams they should beat, like the Los Angeles Sparks. The Sparks, for some reason, either match up well against them or they play their best damnedest game against them. It's one of those two things. That daggone bad behind Rickea Jackson, boy. Man. I can't say enough about her. That might be the one who, when Asia's done, she might be like the best player. Well, I don't know. You got Juju coming. You got some others out there. But that Rickea Jackson, I did say this before in the video, but I didn't upload it. Chicago Sky really, and I like Camilla, but Chicago Sky, had they taken Rakia and Angel, they'd be a completely different team. And they could have. They could have took Rakia at 3 and then Angel at 7. Had the Chicago Sky done that, they would be a completely different team. And it's not because I don't like Camilla, I do. It's just that Rakia is pretty much what they need. You would have Rakia playing at 3 instead of Marina Mabry. You see what I mean? And that would be a completely different team. When they need that's the problem with the Chicago Sky. The offense gets a little clunky, and sometimes they struggle for buckets. And if you'd have had a Rakia Jackson in there, man, be a totally different situation. But no use crying over spoiled milk. It is what it is. They got that game with the Aces coming up. Woo! I'm not picking anybody against the Aces ever again. Aces done took so much money from me doing that ain't never gonna happen. But listen. I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to take down the last video I did. It doesn't benefit me. It was completely copyright striked, right? But I think it was important to highlight the nonsense that's going on in the league. But I understand where it comes from. It's all tied into money. It's all tied into money, man. But I didn't like how many curse words I was using. When I listened back, I'm like, damn, I was cussing my behind off. You know what I mean? And I know it seems like it, but that really isn't me in real life, Not that I'm overly concerned about what people think, but that really ain't me. I was just triggered by what was going on. And I got to stop being triggered so much, man. But yeah, man, I've been talking a little too long, man. Just wanted to get that out there, see what they had to say. I will see y'all people probably sometime later tonight, man. Peace out.